Well, authorities are still asking for anyone to come forward with information about the person of interest in the Jacob Wetterling case. Danny Heinrich was arrested October 28th at his Annandale home after investigators served a search warrant at his home looking for evidence in Jared's abduction. What they found were 19 binders filled with child pornography. Court documents made public after his arrest revealed that Heinrich had been a suspect in the Wetterling case early on and was actually interviewed 4 times in 1989 and 1990. Court documents that were released recently reveal his DNA was a match to the sexual assault of a Cold Spring boy in January of 1989, and that his DNA was a possible match to a series of unsolved sexual assaults in the late 1980s in Painesville. Heinrich is being held on the child porn charges in the Sherburne County Jail. Now, joining us to talk about this is defense attorney Joe Tamburino. We brought you in. I know you've reviewed all the documents. I've gotten so many questions from the public about this case. Sure. The biggest one is, why couldn't they have done something, charged him back in 1989 or 1990? You've looked at what they have released so far. What are your thoughts?
Well, the critical period would have been after Jared was kidnapped on January 13th, 1989, because within 3 or 4 days, the police had a suspect, Danny Heinrich. They also had a description of the vehicle being blue colored, having a console with a shift in the middle. They also had that the car smelled new. So they had enough information, I believe, to go for a search warrant at that time.
And this is complicated. So Jared is the boy whose the DNA has been a match to Heinrich now.
Right.
That case happened first, and Heinrich was an immediate suspect, but they never got a search warrant back in January 1989. They did eventually get a search warrant in 1990 after the Jacob Wetterling case, because investigators thought these two cases were so similar. From what they were able to get on Heinrich, they talk about, matches to tire prints, footprints. Was there enough then in 1990 to go after him in Heinrich, or at least to go after Heinrich in either Wetterling or Jared's case?
No, because they didn't have exact matches. We have to understand that with tire prints, it's not an exact match. It's consistent with. Same thing with shoe prints. At the time, he had some type of a Sears product for a tire, and who knows how many of those products were out there. So it wasn't an exact match. They had to investigate some more. But what happened basically is after Jared was kidnapped in January, I think they had enough information to get to a search warrant, to go to a judge and say, we want to search. Which they didn't, right. Now, had they have done a search warrant on Danny Heinrich's house back in January of '89, who knows what would they have uncovered?
8 months before the Wetterling.
Absolutely, 8 months before that.
Let me ask you about these porn charges. But obviously, investigators are continuing to push on the Wetterling case. How serious are these porn charges? Does it look like they have enough to convict him?
Yes, if the search warrant in this case looks pretty solid, and in federal court with child pornography, you're facing all sorts of time. Automatically, he'd be facing a 5-year mandatory minimum. Plus, under the guidelines, he's probably looking at 10 or 15 years in prison, possibly more. So it looks like a pretty solid case. I don't think he's going to be going anywhere. All
right. I think the maximum is 60 years if it goes that far. People are outraged over this statute of limitations situation. The DNA that they just ran in back in the summer was a match to the Jared's case, an absolute DNA match. People are emailing me saying, what, the statute of limitations for kidnapping, there is none in Minnesota. Can you explain that?
Yes, right now there's no limit to when you could bring a charge for kidnapping, but that wasn't the case in 1989. In 1989, look at our 2 laws. There's federal law. In 1989, kidnapping had a 5-year statute of limitations. That was not changed till 1990 with the Child Abuse Act by Congress, when it went up to the child's 25th birthday. And in 1989, for Minnesota, we had a 3-year statute of limitations, which was not changed until 2000.
Quickly, a lot of people in Annandale are extremely upset. There was child porn found in his house, but there were also videos of kids, going around playing, riding their bikes, and the camera zooms in on their buttocks area. A lot of frustration that there can't be charges in that. Is that legal, what he did? It's pretty gross, but is it legal?
Yes, a person is allowed to video out in public. You can have a camera, I'm sure right outside of these studios you have security cameras where you're videoing everybody who's walking on the sidewalk. You can do that. If you're taking a video of a public area, you can do that. So I don't think there's going to be any charges with that.
Creepy, but apparently.
Absolutely. You could use it to show that he has a predilection for looking at young boys. You can certainly use it as relevant evidence in his child pornography
And they did at that hearing last week.
Right, exactly. So you could certainly use it as relevant evidence, but in terms of a crime in and of itself, no, that's not there.
All right. Well, Joe Tamburino, thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you.